to fight for our freedom. This is the people that you need to listen to. All of a sudden, IPOB has become a free country that you need to bring everything out in the public. It doesn't matter how it sounds on your ear right now. I have been keeping quiet for so long that I do not want to discuss this on the radio. But today I have seen something that will make me want to speak about it. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter how you attack me on this. But I am out for it now. Because that is exactly what is happening right now. It is my question. How has it helped? Other than you shouting, other than you giving orders. How has it helped? How has it helped, I ask? The other question that I want to ask is the whole Biafrans. The whole Biafrans, I want to ask us this question. And I really, really want us to think about it. We all know that our leader is in the hand of our enemy. And we all know that we have DOS that is leading this struggle. DOS is still leading us. And they are still under our leader, Mazi Nnamdi. They are still taking orders from our leader. They are listening to our leader. They take instruction, orders from our leader. And they came out and said to us, this is what our leader says. Sometimes when the argument rises, when they bring argument, like I at some points I wanted to believe what they are saying, but you have to think as a human being. Somebody said to me, how can our leader be in the hand of enemy, in the hand of our enemy, and dish out order? To be honest with you, in total I believe that. But you have to think that people that we are fighting, like I used to say on this show, they have so many fronts. People that we are fighting, they have so many faces. People that we are fighting, they are so sophisticated. People that we are fighting, they have intelligence that you cannot imagine. So sometimes you need to think. As a matter of fact, the way I put it is, I put it this way. When it comes to IPOB, when you say to me A, that A, I have to look for somewhere to find. That is, I look around that A that you say to me, I must find something that is attached to that A. That is exactly how I am looking at it. And I really want Biafrans to think. DOS say to us that our leader said this, and we need to listen to them. And some people come out and say, boycott DOS. Disregard DOS. Do not listen to DOS. Now my question is, are you going to listen to them? Are you going to listen to them? DOS have sold out. My question is, How many people do you think is in DOS? Even if DOS have sold out, do you think all of the DOS will sell out at the same time? We need to think. We need to ask ourselves some questions. We really need to ask ourselves some questions. This same DOS that we are castigating, the plan of the people that is causing these things is to hijack the DOS. Their plan is to become the DOS. The plan is to become whatever governing body that they are calling. It is very important when they speak, you listen to them very well. Not just listening, but interpret what they are saying with your common sense. How have we become so gullible and allow these people to deceive us? All of these things that is happening right now, it has happened before. It happened during the time of the Israelites in the wilderness. And it is still happening. It is still happening. That is to tell you, the same people, it is the descendant of the same people. It is still repeating in our own time. They capture our leader, and our leader said so many things. He said so many things before today. A time shall come when they will say to you, your leader have surrendered. If you are not strong, if your spirit is not strong, if you are not strong enough, you will abandon everything that we are doing. Because they said to you that our leader has abandoned Biafra, that your leader has surrendered. But in the real sense of it, that is not true. That is exactly what is happening today. Going back to what I was saying before, it happened in the days of Israelites in the wilderness. Our father Moses went to the mountain to get the 10 Commandments. And the people start grumbling. These people start shouting. People start saying all manner of things. This is the same thing that is happening today. Get us something else to worship. This is what you have today. It is just less than 6 months. It is just under 3 months. Look at what is happening today. Look at what is happening in our midst. Because we allow some group of people to come in and deceive us. And we believe what they are saying to us. We believe what they are telling us. We need to think. We need to learn how to ask questions. Because if we continue this way, it's going to be very hard. It is supposed to take the children of Israel less year to get to the promised land because of their attitude, because of how they are behaving. It took them longer that is supposed to take them. This is the same thing that you have repeating today. Give us another leader. The DOS, they are too sloppy. They are too quiet. They are not doing anything. Yes. To your own opinion, that is truth for you. But I'm telling you, you don't know what they are doing inside. You don't know exactly what they are doing inside. You don't know what they do. And they are not supposed to come out and tell you exactly what they are doing. I won't say they are not supposed to come out and tell you. Of course, Biafrans, every now and then they are looking for information. Every now and then we want to have information. Like some people ask me, when is Biafra going to come? Is Biafra coming tomorrow? And my answer to that is, Biafra is already here. Biafra is already here. We are doing some touching. We are doing some maintenance so that we can move in properly. They are doing something, but not every single thing that they are doing is for public consumption, if I may put it that way. It is not everything that they do they will bring to public. So many things is happening. So many plans has been hatched. Secret meeting is going on, all to destroy what we are looking for. Some people are so stupid. Some people are so selfish. That is exactly what it is. Some people are so selfish. What shall it profit you? What shall it profit you to get? How much is it? I don't know. 50,000 and lose your own freedom. How can it profit you after you get all this money and you cannot get your freedom? Unbelievable. We must think. We must learn how to think and ask questions. They are pushing to move DOS out of the way and take over. They are pushing to push them aside so that they can take over and destroy what we are doing. Biafra, do not let them. Do not give ear to what they are saying, because they come to destroy. They pretend that they are the good people, but inside they come to destroy. Since all of these things is going on, my question is to those of them that is doing all of these things, it is a question that I am waiting to get answer to. Apart from discussing money this, money that, money this, what have you done in the direction to make our leader out from the jail? Yes, they will say to me, yes, they are calling for protests. Of course. They will say they are speaking out so that people will know. Yes. But all of those things are not what we are supposed to be doing right now. We are supposed to be discussing for the release of our leader, Mazi Kanu. The reason why we are not discussing that is because you have put everything that you want to do in forefront, and everybody is chasing that thing that you put up. The lies, the propaganda, everything that you've put in forefront, they are chasing it. Apart from that you put in forefront, what have you done to get our leader out? It is a question that you must answer to. If you say that you are, what did they say? If you say that you are a disciple, you must answer this question. What have you done to make sure our leader is out? I'm sure you are not the only one. What have you and your group, your gang done? Tell me what you and your group have done to make sure our leader is out. You and your group, the same DOS that you're castigating, they are the same DOS doing the work. They are the same DOS doing the needful. Our leader have done everything that he need to do. Our leader has opened subconsciousness people. Our leader has opened our eyes for us to see through the lies that they are lying to us. For the fact that our leader has done all the job. Now you are out. You have capitalized on that because our leader is in the hands of our enemy. You capitalize on what our leader has done. And you stand there, you audition order. Well, I'm not against you audition order. But what I say to you is very, very important that you understand me. And one thing you also must understand is what I'm saying this morning is not about me. This is what I want to say to you. And it is very, very important that you take it in. It is going to help you. That thing that's sweet, and you keep on eating it all the time. It sweets you and you eat. Every time you keep on eating. One day, on ebu. When it will catch you, when you never thought it's going to come, that is exactly when it's going to come at you. That thing that's sweet. That is exactly what I want to say to you. It is a piece of advice. If you like, take it. The time shall come. The same way they are gingering you up, the same way they are pushing you up, the same way they are doing, they will be the one to sink you when the time comes. Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, lovers of freedom, wherever we may be, wherever we are, wherever you are listening from, our leader is the one who made us to open up our eyes. Our leader is one who make us know what we know today. Our leader is the one who taught us through this radio called Radio Biafra. He is the one that wake us all up from slumber. When we don't even know what is happening. He is the one that came out every day he come out, he speak, he teaches, he lecture from this platform called Radio Biafra. Now the eyes of our people has opened. The eyes of our people now has opened. They know what is truth and what is not truth. Now that our leader is in the hand of our enemy, some group of people think that they have the opportunity now to destroy what our leader has built for a very, very long time. They think they have opportunity to destroy what our leader has built. I'm going to say this. Our leader built IPOB with his sweat, with his blood, and truth. You're coming in with lies, propaganda, deceit. Tell me, how are you going to break even one pillar? How can you do that? Our leader built IPOB with his blood, sweat, even with the blood of his parents. He sacrificed everything, and you are coming in with deceit, with lies, propaganda. Tell me how you are going to break one pillar. Of course, my brothers, you cannot. You cannot. You cannot. It is left for Biafrans. It is left for Biafrans to open up their eyes and see. Because they see that you are. I must be honest with you. When they captured our leader, anybody that called his or herself a Biafran, anybody that called his or herself a Biafran, something went out of you. Something went, or something get out of you. I don't know how to put it to us. Me particularly, when that news broke that our leader is in the hand of enemy, in our enemy, I died and I woke up. And I think that is exactly how it is to every other Biafrans. When they see that this is what Biafrans are going through, when they see that this is exactly what Biafrans are feeling, now they feel that they can come in and cash in. They feel that they can cash in on IPOB. They can cash in and destroy what our leader has built. Of course, they will come with sweet tongue. Of course, they will come with all those good words to make you feel that they are with you. In the real sense of it, they are here to destroy us. In the real sense of it, they are here to pull us down. And I tell you, Chukwu Okike is in heaven. Chukwu Okike, he is in heaven. He is watching what his children is doing. And he knows those that are doing his work. I said it this way because often you Biafrans, you've heard our leader say that Biafra that we are pursuing is the kingdom of Chukwu Okike Abiama. Biafra that we ask for is the kingdom of Chukwu Okike Abiama. And so when I say those that are doing the work of Almighty, you will know them. Those that are doing the work of Almighty Chukwu Okike Abiama, you will know them only if you think right. You will know them only if you think properly. This morning I want to say once more, do not allow propaganda to make you lose focus. Do not allow lies to make you lose focus. Do not allow false projection to make you lose focus. I'm going to say this to us. That Biafra is a must. Biafra is a must that we get it. Because without Biafra, we are not human beings. Without Biafra, we don't have rights. Without Biafra, we don't even have life. Biafra is the kingdom of Chukwu Okike Abiama here on earth. Biafra is the hope of the hopeless people. Biafra is the hope and the home of all black race, like our leader put it. Biafra is the kingdom of Chukwu Okike Abiama here on earth. Biafra is what will make me and you live like a normal human being again. Biafra is our homeland. Biafra is our motherland. Biafra is a must that we get it. Whatever anybody does to make you lose focus, tell them no. Biafra that we are asking for, we must get it. Biafra that we are asking for, we must get it, because Chukwu Okike Abiama has ordained it. Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, lovers of freedom, this morning I just want us to know that our enemies, they are all over the place. I just want us to know that our enemies, they have dished out money to deceive those that they can deceive. I want to let us all know that our enemies, they are doing whatever they can to make sure they destroy what we are doing. They dish out money. They dish out propaganda. Just look at it. Look at it by yourself. Just look at it. Look at what is happening for the past few months up until now. If what we are doing is not genuine, if what we are doing is not true, why is it that each time we have a problem like this? It is to tell you that we are getting to the end. We are getting out to the tunnel. We are getting to the doorstep. And it will never ever be easy. They will fight us anyway, anyhow. They will fight us through any means. Very, very important that you know. Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, lovers of freedom, very, very important. Yes, we have a problem. And how are we going to face this problem? The only way we're going to face this problem is by doing what is right. And what is right? By supporting that thing that our leader has put in place. By supporting all of those things that our leader put in place. The DOS. They are the one we are following, because our leader knows the reason why he puts all of those in place. But our enemy, they are coming to destroy it. But no, Biafrans do not allow it to happen. Do not allow it to happen. This morning, I wish to go on and on and on. But I will say to us this morning, let us pray and commit this program this morning to the hands of Almighty, that He will come and take control. Yes, it is that our enemy, they are striking. Our enemies, they are doing a lot of damages. But with the name of Chukwu Okike Abiama, we must surely prevail. That is why we call on Him. That is why we believe in Him. That is why we do all we do with the name of Almighty Chukwu Okike Abiama. As long as He lives, we shall prevail. And this morning, I want to call on Biafrans all over the world, friends of Biafrans, lovers of freedom, this morning, for you to bow down your head this morning as we pray and commit this program this morning to the Almighty, into the hands of Almighty, that He alone will come and take control of what we do. And as we do that, like always, we go to our leader for him to lead us in prayer. Let us pray.
As long as we come on air every evening, The whole world must listen. As long as we preach this very gospel, Chukwokika Abiyama must be with us. Therefore, without any further hesitation, we must proceed to offer every prayer to Chukwokika Abiyama who resided in heaven. Therefore, as we always commence, not from today, but from of old, our Father who art in heaven, Nani Kebine Ligwe, Kahagedin song, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee all over this very planet that you created. They are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained. That this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit, because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have spilled, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, O Lord of hosts, to have mercy upon us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we will make every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us? Our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist. You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, their children and their children and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace. Under our command, O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoko. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said, my name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of indigenous people of Biafra all over this very planet, I tell you.
Selfish, for my forget Operation Python and Stew. When they want the man down, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. As I dey cry every day. As I dey cry every day. I know say God no go leave us. God no go leave us. Shout out to him, yes sir. Would you bless no one can pass? Whatever they do it just to put just would you bless no one can pass? Would you bless no one can pass? Finally we win. Rest in peace, rest in peace, all the fallen heroes. Rest in peace, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Afungono make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Afungono make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Afungono make
My country people of Biafra, una well done know how on a day. I know say everybody dey kampe. I beg make una lis ten to this very important pro announcement wey dey come from the indigenous people of Biafra under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu alias Ohamadike and Abawodike is one of Biafran land. First we dey thank una well all Biafrans wey dey for diaspora and for Biafran land inclusive for how una tanda for our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back observe this Monday sit at home. It don show say this in gospel they don write am for everybody heart now. As the Bible say, time go come when the gospel dem no go write am for tablet again of our heart. And na so the gospel of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu they don write am for our heart. Everybody now don know the truth. Now make una follow am. Say unless they release am, issue na gege ebunu. Whether rain dey fall, whether sun dey shine, where una stand, na where una stand. And true, una papa born una well. The blood of una papa wey be from Biafra dey flow for una vein. We dey thank una well. We dey comot our cap for una wherever una dey, both to men, both to women, both to children, both to pikin. Every in short, who I go call yourself, everybody we dey thank una. But I beg make una lis ten. You know say this time when we don enter na injury time. The indigenous people of Biafra, don talk and say no more Monday sit at home. Nobody go come himself again for house for Monday. Everybody go in work. Anytime we want do sit at home, like the one we do from 14th September this month, we be Sabotua's Day, we go Bilona and everybody go observe them. Once again, we want thank you for the solidarity we una don show. I beg, no more Monday sit at home. Una no say some people don't turn the thing to another thing. Then they come kill some people. They come, they call them ESN and Ipob. All these ones now evil men. We no fall at all. I beg. The ear where they hear, you know big like Nama ear or elephant ear. The sit at home, we don't pause them. As our own Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Ohamadike one, Abawodike Zuzu, Abangariaya, they thank everybody for joining hands. This is making bless you now. This message they come from the indigenous people of Biafra. Anybody where we catch, where we see, they intimidate people, they harass people, they do anything. Say na Monday sit at home, na Ipob they do. If we catch you, we go tell you say no be only hot water they kill tortoise. You get so many things where they kill tortoise. Here and now, because I know say una be wise people. To be forewarned, not to be forearmed. We love una. Kachineke meziokwu. Keep us together. Free me, make I
do my work. Free me, oh, free me, oh, free me, oh, I want my own, no be jealous. I want my own, no be jealous. I want to live for my own, no be selfish. Fighting for my hands, no be wicked. Look what we saw when
It's Radio Biafra Middle-East. We are on breakfast, and Biafra is rising.
I will serve your children in truth and in honesty, diligently, without looking backwards. Never until Biafra comes and beyond. As for me, my personal mission is destruction of the Zoological Republic. The word nigger will no longer exist. You got your river Niger from the word nigger, which means black. Black river. Is that river black to you? Is it black to you? People don't know that Niger means nigger. Nigger in Latin, Niger in English, Niger in French. There are Nigerians, my foot. Baboons and monkeys everywhere. Black people are useless. They cannot reason very well. Nigerians means people who occupy an area that a river is flowing through, the Black River. Niger means nigger, black. Niger is English word for nigger. Nigger is Latin. Niger is French. It means black, hopeless and useless. And heaven knows we are. This Yoji, oh dear me. Very, very useless, I tell you. Black people, hopeless. Answering the name a white man gave to a river. You should be ashamed of all yourselves, all of you. I'm a Nigerian. Look at yourself in the mirror. You will see a baboon or a monkey. Go to the mirror right now and look at yourselves, you Nigerians, and see that you are either looking like a monkey or a baboon.
I say waiting my answer. Free me up. world. Free me, oh, free me, oh, free me, oh, make I do my thing. I want my own, no be jealous. No be jealous. I want my own, no be jealous. No be jealous. I want to live for my own, no be selfish. Fighting for my rights, no be wicked. You couldn't stop and get down now, but they went. I don't know any Biafra. I'm falling up and you're someone only start you go and get down now, but they went. You couldn't say any Biafra. You couldn't stop and get down now, but they went. Yes, I'm a freedom.
This morning there are so many things. So I just want to talk about one particular thing that I want to talk about this morning. So that I will open up the line for Biafrans to come in and pour out their hearts and mind to Biafrans all around the world. This morning, before I go any further, let me do this. All right. All right. This morning, there is something I want to discuss. You know, it is the continuation of what I have been saying before. Is exactly what I'm talking about. They have gathered. They are planning secret meeting here and there to take over IPOB. They are got money for those that will support them to do what they want to do. They have calculated on how they want to be this and how they want to be that one. But Almighty Chukwuki Kabiama is in heaven. This morning I just go to the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom. I just go to their news site. To be specific, it is Vanguard. I saw this news. Right. Please hold on for me. All right, pardon me for that, please. I just try to fix one or two things. All right, I saw a news on Vanguard and it says Imo Mob lynch alleged ESN member trying to enforce sit-at-home order. Imo Mob. That is exactly what they wrote here, Imo Mob. And this, I saw this news and I don't know what to make of it. You know, they are not being specific. But if you can design something, you will see exactly where this news is coming from and where it is going to. I will try to read it. I will try to read it so that you will see exactly what I'm trying to say. I just want to read the news. Then after I finish reading the news, then I will say what I want to say. Here they said, I just want to, and please pay attention so that you understand what I'm saying. They say here, an angry mob lynched an alleged leader of the proscribed Eastern Security Network, ESN is what they wrote, Monday while trying to enforce sit-at-home order alongside his gang member. Commissioner of Police in Imo, Mr. Rabiu Husani, confirmed the incident in press statement signed by the police spokesman CSP Mike Abatem. He stated that before the police patrol team could arrive at the scene, the ESN member had been lynched while his gang member fled. added that Hussaini had directed that the lynch suspects must be handed over to the police for proper investigation. In the press statement, Abatem said resident of Uma, I can't pronounce this word, resident of what did they wrote here, Olu Ahia in Ahia Zumbi, say local government area of Imo State, of Imo, come out of their house and were going about their lawful businesses. Suddenly, one Obiwanne Iwu, 34 years, a native of Ahiare in the same local government area, who is an escapee of Imo Correction Center Owerri, went to the market with his gang, trying to enforce a sit-at-home order of the proscribed IPESN terrorist group. They were shooting at the top of their voice. Okay, they were shouting at the top of their voice that today is Monday, everybody must obey the sit-at-home, he said. He added that the harassment did not go down well with the people who resided the gang. He said the angry mob in their numbers had Iwu tied his hand behind his back while others fled the scene. In the process, the suspect was mercilessly beaten to death before the police patrol team arrived at the scene. Efforts made by the police patrol team to arrive all right, I'm going to leave it there. Now, looking at this news, to be honest with you, there is nothing here if you ask me to say, but there is something in this news. The news that I just read, if it is on normal ground, for me, there is nothing in this news. But in where we are, what we are doing, the people we are fighting, this news, something is in this news. The headline was Imo mob lynches alleged ESM member trying to enforce seats at home. Now this morning, some of you might have heard, some of you that are listening heard me play the jingle about the seat at home. In so many occasions, DOS member has come on air to say that there is no seat at home. The seat at home has been suspended. That is, the Monday seat at home, pardon me, or yes, the Monday seat at home has been suspended. In multiple occasions, so many times they've come on radio to say that it is suspended. Whenever we need it, we will make use of it again. But our people, I understand how they feel. I understand their concern. I understand what they want, and I respect it. But something we don't know is there are people that are using this for their own gain. There are people that are using this to advance their political career. But we don't know this. We don't know this. All we see is, the glamour speech. The very good speech they come out to make. We think that is all. But behind, under the carpet, they are doing something that you and I would never thought they would do. Looking at this news that I just read, looking at this news, when Nigeria is doing whatever they are doing, they will, step by, they do it layer by layer, step by step. Just look at this. Now, for example, if I may ask, who is this? Who is this? Who is this leader of IPOB and ESN? They are trying to divert your attention. Not necessarily IPOB, because you know exactly who your leader is and you know where your leader is. But the wider audience that is not following IPOB, do you see how they are calling their attention, putting it where they want it to be? Do you see what they are doing with this news? They said angry mob lynch alleged leader of proscribed is. Who is this person? Who is this leader? That is the reason why our leaders say Nigeria is a jungle. That is the reason why our leader said Nigeria is a jungle where no human being live. Look at what they are feeding to people to read. Time and time again here on Radio Biafra, the member of Directorate of State has come out and say that there is no seat at home. Now, whatever they are writing this against IPOB. Now, it is Instant Security Network that has been their headache, that has been their problem, and they are using those that they have planted inside us to destabilize us, to go against our finance. They try to take over our media, but they met brick for fall. How will I put it? They met something that they cannot go through. Now, looking at this news, Biafrans, looking at this news, what do you think that they are doing? What do you think they are doing? That is the reason why I said I ask question. In all of this thing that is happening in IPOB today, they are using them to fight against us. They are using them to destroy us. They are using them to say whatever they want to say, so that you Biafrans will believe, and you Biafrans, you will not think about it, you are believing it. That is the reason why I ask, what gain, what have we achieved since this propaganda, or I don't know which word will I use. I'm trying to select a word so that I will not go beyond what I want to go to. Since all of this trouble, this balagan that we are having, what exactly have we achieved with it? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because people that are doing it, they have ulterior motives. It has been for long that they have been saying this. Why didn't you prove what you said you have? Why don't you bring the evidence? Up until today, no evidence. Up until today, you keep on pushing for what you're pushing for. It has gone beyond what you're doing. Now you've gone to another level. But Biafrans, we are watching. We are looking at you. We are watching at you every step you make. And we were going to tell you that what you're doing is not the right thing. Our leaders work so hard to make sure this IPOB stand. Our leader work hard so much to make sure we are where we are. Our leader work so hard to make Biafrans wake up from the slumber. Our leader works so hard to educate Biafrans. Now that Biafrans are educated, now Biafra has woken from the slumber. This is when you want to cash in. This is when you want to go and take money to come and destroy what our leader has built. But I want to say to you, you haven't sacrificed anything yet. You did not sacrifice your husband, nor your children, nor your parents. None. You didn't sacrifice anything. You just come out playing smart. But I want to say to you, anything that anybody is doing and blood goes into it, that thing, you must run away from that thing. And that is IPOB. You are playing, you are joking with IPOB in the process of doing what you're doing to destroy IPOB. Rather, IPOB will destroy you. This morning, I will open up our line for Biafrans to call in. And the question I want to ask is, the question that I want Biafrans as soon as you call in is, tell me, since we've been hearing all of this, money up, money down, money there, money here, what have we achieved? Yes, it's true. We are the one donating money. Biafrans are donating the money. Yes, that is true. I'm not saying everything you are saying is totally wrong. Do not misunderstand what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, since our leader was captured, since they put our leader in their dungeon, and you abandon what you're supposed to be saying, and you look for something else to distract Biafran with, my question is, what is your gain? What have you achieved? That is my question. And that is exactly what I want Biafrans to help me with. Please come in this morning and tell me what these people have achieved. If you know exactly what they have achieved, I really want to know. And I want you to call in and tell it to Biafrans that we may know. I will go for a short break. And as soon as I come back, our lines will be open for Biafrans to call in. Please stay with me, don't go, because I will be back shortly.
Give me freedom, give me Biafra. Give me freedom, give me Biafra. We are the people who create the nation. We are the people with love and unity. We are the best all over the world. We are the champion all over the places. We want to know all we need freedom. We keep moving, nobody back. They join us together, moving on. Biafra is the land of promise. Wake up,
All we want is our freedom. All we ask for is our freedom. We are not here to fight anyone.
Alright, welcome back. I just want to quick give out our lines. I want to quick give out our phone lines that you may know before I open up the line. Our phone lines are +972 533 990485. That is one of our line, and you can also get hold of us on Skype. It is Biafra Rising Radio Biafra, and you can also get hold of us on the other line, which is +972 54301 9647. Call in Biafrans, and let Biafra know what these people have achieved since they start. All right, call in Biafrans and let us know what they have achieved since they start their shenanigans, their money this, money that, money there, money here. What have they achieved? If you know what they have achieved, call in and tell it to Biafrans this morning as I go to the line, because Biafrans are calling. I will go to them for them to speak to Biafrans. Alright, caller on the line, can you hear me? Caller on the line, can you hear me? Good morning and welcome to the program. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much, my brother. Thank you for coming. All right. Let me go to the other line and see who is there. Caller on the line. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Call on the line. Go ahead, please, if you can hear me, please. All right, I don't know what the problem is with him. Call on the line, can you hear me? No.
Yeah, can hear you, Mazi. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you, but there is noise where you are. I don't know. Oh, there is noise. It is.
Is it coming? Is it not?
All right, I think it is manageable now, right? Go ahead right now. We can hear you, please.
Okay, am I better now?
Yes.
Let me try to change the place.
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, good morning from here. My name is Desmond and I'm calling from Mazi UCHENNA OBILO.
There, my brother.
Mazi, before I answer your question on what the distractors have achieved, if there is any, I will have to, first of all, let me give out this important announcement to Biafrans from Italy.
Let's go ahead.
The first one is the support for ESN, IPOB national body in Italy, signed by the IPOB national coordinator of Italy, has brought out this number for our Biafrans and friends of Biafrans in Italy to join us and be supporting ESN. Now, the first number is +39 35100 46055. And I repeat, +39 35100 46055. This is the IPOB national coordinator's number in Italy. The second number is +39 3512 551274. I repeat, +39 3512 551274. This is the IPOB national PRO number in Italy. Any of the number you call will be directed on how to support ESN as long as you're a Biafran in Italy. Our struggle now, as we all know, we have to defend our land, and the best way we can do it is to support ESN in whatsoever way, whatsoever means we can. Then the second one is our protest, the Mazi Kanu protest, which will be happening in Italy on the 25th of this September 2021. The venue of the place of that protest will be in Trento, Italy, on the 25th of this month. And the venue of the protest in Trento will be Piazza Dante. And the time will be 9 o'clock in the morning, by 2 p.m. So we are calling on Biafrans in Italy, our Diplomats, brethren, ambassadors, and all well-wishers for Biafrans and for our leader also to join us to send our message to the world on how our leader was extraordinary rendition and that we want his immediate and unconditional release. And we are also calling on everybody to join us because this protest is very, very important. As we have put a lot of things in place for this protest. So if there are any other details, we'll be coming up with it. Our reverend fathers, reverend sisters in Italy are much more welcomed. Some of them have been with us and we appreciate them, and we expect those of them that has not joined us to please join us. It's very, very important. Now, Mazi, to your question, we see I always, whenever I call on air, I don't like to talk much about our distractors, but for the sake of your question this morning, I will try to say something. When this thing started, immediately our leader was kidnapped in Kenya, in addition to Nigeria, and the Nigeria government announced it. The first place these detractors, the first place they targeted was our financial institution. They tried to attack. I don't know if I'm coming out here, Mazi.
Mazi, you're coming out wonderfully. Please go ahead.
Yes, they tried to attack our financial institution. During those periods, Mazi, I must be frank with you, I received a lot of calls from most of our people, even from some people in Biafra, and they were asking me some questions, and I was telling them that, look, it is your own it's just simple understanding. Okay, I agree. Our leader is with the enemy camp. I and you, did we know how we got there? We don't know how we got there. We only heard it. The man was tortured. We don't know. So we should understand that anything that is happening there is the hand of God here. And these people attacking our financial institution, they want to destroy us. I used to tell people this thing there, because this is their aim right from time. They want to destroy what we are doing. They attack BOS, which are the people that are heading us, that are directing us, because they know what their aim is. But then I said to our people, most of them that called me that time, I said to them, one time God will expose them, because Biafra's struggle is very, very spiritual. If you are not in the spirit, you cannot see, you cannot understand. You will just see it as nothing. But until you go into the spirit, then you will now understand that Biafra's struggle is spiritual. So our distractors, they have no aim than to destroy what we are doing. But God has defeated them. They will keep fighting. They will stop. They will keep fighting. That is the truth. But Biafrans, we must remain resolute and know where we are going. We must not forget the directives and the ways of our leader. Our leader said, follow me. I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. Just follow me. Obey the directives. Be disciplined. With discipline, we can defeat any army in the world. Discipline is the key. And mental toughness and mental resilience. That is what we need, Biafrans, to conquer these new enemies that we have now. And by the special grace of God, God being with us, we are going to conquer them. Defeat Nigeria, we will defeat British, we will defeat all their allies, and we will march victoriously, because there is only one God, and that God is the Biafrans. Thank you very much, Mazi UCHENNA, for this opportunity. Our distractors, they brought nothing. In fact, do you know some of them don't even pay this small monthly that we pay?
Of course, that is so true.
Some don't pay this monthly due. Some don't pay. I know most of them that don't pay this monthly fee. Their own is just to come online. If you go, some of them, they come to the zone in the country where they are. They just put their name and you won't see them again. You will see them online. The next you know of them, they'll start up. You know, nobody knows who is who now. So anybody that comes online, you know, people will just think that they don't pay this small of people that we pay to support this struggle. They don't pay it. But they are quick in an accent. And where is the money? Where is this? These are the dictators. Because they know what the money is being used for. So I want to tell Biafrans to remain resolute and make sure know where we are listening to. Follow Radio Biafra, listen to BOS and follow directive. Those people that say they catch ESM member in Imolite, the Nigerian police and their people, that is their own problem. Our sit at home for Mondays has been suspended. It was not, I would say it was reviewed anyway, not really suspended per se. It was reviewed because the engineers who made that announcement, he said it would be reviewed also. And it was reviewed and they said the days, maybe any emergency that comes up or the day of the court date of our leader will sit at home again. So it's more or less like saying it was reviewed, not really suspended, you know, as most of us say. But then, whichever way, our people must understand that we must be disciplined and follow directives. This is very, very important. I am not trying to say people should not, but people must understand that there is need for us to follow directives. Our leader can be anywhere, and people don't know our leader. That's why the thing is in Nigeria, because Nigeria is so evil. Whenever God finishes what he's doing, our leader will bounce back and do the needful. We should watch and see. Biafrans, do not be dismayed. Watch and see what is going to happen. God is with us. There is only one God, and that God is us. Thank you, Mazi, for the opportunity. Thank you. And God bless you from here. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. They have nothing on us. They cannot get anything in us. They can't take anything away from us. All right. Caller on the line. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you, my brother. Welcome to the program.
Mazi UCHENNA. Okay, sir. I'm back.
Go ahead, please.
I hope you can hear me very well.
Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay. Mazi UCHENNA.
Dalu.
That is how the world is. Can people just all over the world, can they remove us from the field? It's important. Why do you say it's not possible now? The world is run by the Creator, which is our Father, the God of heaven and earth. And we gave us this land. And the Fulani want to come into our land and kill us and take our land and find their animals and be happy. Imagine. And that is our age. That is our government. That is our religious leaders. They are all here seeing it. And the telling us peace and peace people. But then they think about them. Then they took a kind of a thing. They got people here. You chapter 7. Then they think about them. That's why some of us are including all these autonomous religion. After I say Harakan, you can take it to you. When I say, Luke chapter 7, from verse 1 to end. When the party was disappointed by Jesus Christ, or what happened? He did not common sense. He did not do. Pope, he did not do. I don't know. He did not do. Guys, take it. Luke chapter 7. What did they just do that? Jesus disappointed by the party. It's a very issue. You tell me what about our leader? What do you think about them? All them now. Any Fulani that live on this planet Earth, we will not accept it. Not America, we're not just all over the world. So the truth is that you will see Second Thessalonians chapter 2 and the same Second Thessalonians chapter 3 from verse 1. Then they think about we are here. Then they think about them. We are putting their destiny number start. You see Nehemiah chapter 4. Nehemiah chapter 4, Biafra all over the world. Biafra to Biafra land. You get the money to build it for us, to build us to that school. Then we take it outside and back it in foreign countries. And they are killing us. And the world pretend the world Biafra. All the guys that pretend is stop. I won't pretend to die. That's a listen. Only get to the issue. When I can't take them back, you don't tell them pretend. Only men are coming to your country. Now, very different. If you don't come out, you go to the place that you come out. You will not have a woman.
Thank you very much. Thank you very Thank you very much. Biafra, thank you very, very much. Thank you. All right. My brother on the WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the program, please.
Good morning, Mazi UCHENNA.
Udodrege, welcome to the program.
Yeah, God bless you, sir. May God protect our leader.
You see?
Protect all our genuine presenters.
You see? That is exactly what we're supposed to be talking about, not talking about. Please go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, and disgrace them. One hand.
You see?
Yeah, what I want to say is that we heard about we heard what our brother Chinas Awolu, what he said yesterday. I was very, very happy that yesterday, what he said that yesterday. I want to still add my voice a little. Let our people stop repeating words. Let's leave it the way he said it, in that way. When we come, if we don't see anything to say, let's praise those that are doing the work and do what and go out from the radio. We should not be repeating words. As he said it that yesterday, let's keep it in our mind. Stop repeating words. Those repeating words will be good. It's not for our health. We should leave it in that way, the way he has said it. That is what I want to say this morning. Please, our people should stop repeating words. It's not good. I don't even want to call. I don't like calling. But as our brothers are repeating words, it's not good. Once you hear it, leave it. Other people are digesting it. It's not good to be mentioning things, calling the name every time, mentioning things, calling the name. Digest it yourself. When you didn't talk about it, another person will never talk about it. Another person will never talk about it. You will die natural death. Please. God bless you, Mazi UCHENNA.
Mazi, thank you. Before you go, thank you very much.
God bless you, Mazi UCHENNA.
Thank you. Before you go, you said you don't like calling, but I want to say something. Do you know that there are so many people that will find... Alright, he is gone, but I know that he may be listening. But for you calling today, say what you say. So many people has taken what you said, and so many people, it is a welcome development. So my brother, do not say you don't like to call. Call whenever you need to call and say whatever you need to say, because this radio is also for you, as it is other Biafrans platform as well. So it is your platform, so you can call in whenever you have the opportunity to do so and say whatever you need to say. All right, see, this is where I'm going to draw the curtain this morning, because my time has come and it is gone, and I will leave it here. Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, lovers of freedom, wherever you may be or hearing my voice from, it is a very big thank you. All right. Let me take this one. Caller on the line, can you hear me? Just 2 minutes, if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes,
just 2 minutes, because I don't have time. My time has gone beyond. Please, 2 minutes and let's go. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is I'm calling from Biafrans.
Udodrege.
Yeah. I want to thank you for your good work. All Biafra is life, and Biafra is life.
You see?
Yeah, one thing our spirit are normally do. We have to be keeping it for those that are in consequential in this struggle. There are people who are like leaders scarlet.
That is true.
They sell out. They subdue their name. We have to be keeping it for them, because silence is the best answer to give for food. This our struggle has held, we have felt the difficult. There is no going back. Giving the price of the enemy, that's work. can never work. So I want to pray. Why I call is I want to pray. If with our the voters US commander give me the truth, if it can be played again. And most of us don't have to prove to the yesterday night. Please, I'm just people. I want to use this opportunity to thank every radio Biafra program. And US, we have to be ready, we have to be communicable, we have to be stable track, unstoppable.
Thank you very much.
And we people that are not relevant to this our struggle. All Biafra.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much. All right. I have gone beyond. Thank you very, very much, my brother Mechuku Kabema. Bless you. I have gone beyond my time, and my brother, I hope that you will forgive me for that. All right, Biafran, this is where I am going to draw the curtain for today. May Almighty Chukwu Kabema bless you. May Chukwu Kabema guide and protect you. The truth that you've known, like our leader will say, may that truth guide and protect you, preserve your family, that you may not dash your foot on the stone. In all you do in this week that we are in, Almighty Chukwu Kikabiama, He will guide you, He will protect you, He will preserve you from the eyes of the evil one. To those that in Biafra land, my prayer for us is that Chukwu Kikabiama will guide you, protect you from the zoological republic of animal kingdom, that they may not see you. In Chukwu Kikabiama's name, I have prayed. You see, and I will say, shalom from me, from here, Biafrans, until we see next time. Shalom.
Sharp blade. Holy IPOB worldwide. Boom! Yeah. Send me the time, come again. I'll give it. We know. Me come from the eastern side. Alright. Me come from the motherland. Them are trying to prove to me I don't know where I'm coming from. But that pass them cause I know my roots. I know fit to lose the road for them. I'm unstoppable, my people stoppable. We keep on moving forward. We keep on grinding. Yeah. Freedom for my people. Freedom for my nation. Freedom. Free Mazi Kanu. Freedom for my people. Freedom. We have gone a long way. Boom.
Good morning, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the world. My name is Kumawe Tarinemi, and I am your host for today. And this is Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast, under the auspices of Radio Biafra London. First and foremost, before we move on for the topic of the day and talk about all we have to talk about, we must first of all acknowledge the presence of Elohim, acknowledge the presence of God Almighty, the presence of Tamara. Let us pray. Oh Tamara, winginana weya, ogonomo kirimo temedao. We are here once again to talk to your people, to pass this message of freedom, this message that you have put on our lips, this message that you have called us to preach. We are here once again to preach this message to your people all over the world. It is our duty to do it, for you have committed your gospel unto our trust in this generation, and we must do what we should do to ensure that your message go all over the world, and that the sons of the evil one shall be defeated, because your gospel of truth, devoid of impurities, are being preached on your holy platform, Radio Biafra. Our Father in heaven, we pray for all our men in the bushes, all our men in the forest, doing what is necessary to defend the land of Biafra. For the land of Biafra is ours, and no power, no man, no woman whatsoever from anywhere can take over that land from us. Because we call upon your name, we call upon the name of Tamara, we call upon the name of Tamara Ayiba Izibe. Our Father in heaven, we have no power on our own, for we have not come with horses and chariots. We have not come with the powers with the weapons of mass destruction. We do not even have it. We have not come with anything that men have trust in, but we have come in your name, O Lord. And by your power you shall restore Biafra. For the restoration of Biafra is not in the hands of any man. For the restoration of Biafra is not in the wisdom of any man. For the restoration of Biafra is in your power. The restoration of Biafra is in your care. For the enemies can do all that they can throw all their strategies, they can show their strength among us and outside us. But we remain resolute, we remain focused, we follow your spirit, and your spirit is one. Your spirit do not disappoint, your spirit do not deceive, your spirit do not cause confusion. For anyone that follows your spirit follows the direction of light and life. Elohim, we pray for everyone whose heart is in the restoration of Biafra. Every manipulation of the evil ones. For the scripture declares that there is no enchantment against Israel. There is no enchantment against Biafra. All those that have been enchanting against the sons of light, causing confusion here and there, to ensure that the people are no longer focused, to ensure that the people are divided against themselves, to ensure that the people use their energies to destroy themselves, while the enemy is advancing. Every enchantment, I declare that from this day, that every enchantment is destroyed from our roots. All those that call upon the names of people at night to ensure that they are distracted from the struggle. All those that go to evil places to enchant the souls of men, to direct them negatively. Abba Father, we have no other one to call upon but your name, O Lord. All those that takes pride in the enchantment of your people, to deceive and to cause distractions. All those that have committed themselves to the destruction of your people, may they meet their end. May they meet their own destruction. While they are on it, while they are busy trying to destroy this great movement, may this movement swallow them up. Elohim, be the judge. Be the judge of this movement. Be the judge. Let your spirit take over even as your spirit has taken over. For we do not call your name in vain. Oh no, we do not call your name in vain. For Biafra is the holy land, and the holy land of Biafra shall see freedom. and Mazi Kanu shall be released. Thank you, Abba Father. Thank you, O Elohim. All this we pray and we ask in your name, in the name of Tamara, Ogene, Wingin and Away, Chukokike Abiama, Abasi. Ise Mopa. Once again, we are here. And as I told you earlier, my name is Kumawe Tarinemi. And you are listening to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast under the auspices of Radio Biafra London. And the time in Biafra land right now is the 19 minutes past the hour of 10. And we are here to preach the gospel. Today our topic is Odi Massacre. Odi Massacre. You know, there have been lots of massacres in Biafra land. From 1945, our people have been massacred in cold blood all over the zoo. We've heard of different massacres, we've talked about different massacres in the hinterland and some parts of the coast. Many people know about the Odi massacre, but not many enough. Odi is a town in his own nation in Biafra land. And according to the zoo description and the zoo map, when I say the zoo, I mean Nigeria. According to the Nigeria's map, Odi is in a state called Biafra. And Biafra is a state in the Zone Nation. Among the territories of the Zone Nation, Biafra falls into one of those states. Or Biafra is actually the central state of the Zone Nation, while the rest of the Zone Nation are mixed up in other states according to zoo map. So in Biafra state, Odi is a town in a local government called Kulokuma Pukuma local government. Odi is one town, quite a large town. One town with a lot of history that must be remembered. Our people it is a duty that our people must carry the message and must never forget what happened in Odi. The day you forget what happened in Odi, that is the day you have been conquered forever. After Odi massacre, there are many other massacres that have happened in his own land. And everything has been put underground. Not many know about the Azagbene massacre or the various massacres that has occurred in his own land alone. Not to talk about those that occurred in Ogoni. The massacre that occurred in Ogoni after the death of Kensaro Wiwa. Now, I am talking about the coast. There are countless massacres in the hinterland, countless massacres. But if you want to put side by side, the zoo have massacred more people in the coast than they have massacred in the hinterland. Most of the massacre of the Igbo people, most of it apart from the war of genocide, are outside Igbo land, mostly in the north. And most of such massacre is because the Igbo tribe is the largest tribe in Biafra land. when they massacre Biafrans outside Biafra land, they call it the Igbo massacre. But not many people know that other Biafrans of the coast and other parts of Biafra land are massacred as well as the Igbo people. So when you talk of the Igbo massacre, most of the times you are still talking one and the same thing as Biafra massacre. Because in the zoo, Igbo, the word Igbo is tantamount to the word Biafra. They would never use the word Biafra because they fear that name. They would rather use the word Igbo. So, but this is the deception. This is the deception in the zoo. In the zoo called Nigeria, they hate the name. There are some names that are hated. There are some names that are managed. The name Biafra is highly hated. If you see anybody that hates the name Biafra in the zoo called Nigeria, if that person is a Biafran, that person has been conquered. Anybody, irrespective of who that person is, once you mention the name Biafra and that person is against you, is trying to fight you, there's an anger inside of him, that person has been conquered. If he's a Biafran. If he's a non-Biafran, that person has been swallowed up by the spirit of the zoo. There is a demon that controls the zoo. A ravenous demon. It controls the zoo. There's a demon that controls the zoo. That demon hates the name Biafra because it hates the name that can destroy her. The name Biafra. Because when you say Biafra, the mind of every other person, every right-thinking person knows that you are talking beyond Igbo land. That you are talking about all the lands of Biafra from the coast to the hinterland. When you mention the name Biafra, you are mentioning the unity of the children of light. That is why they hate that name. And they don't want you to talk about that name because you cannot talk about the name Biafra and have a full knowledge of the name Biafra and not think about the unity of the children of light. And the unity of the children of light is the destruction of the zoo. That is the reason they hate the name. That is why they hate the name. You think they just hate the name for nothing? So when they kill Biafrans outside Biafra land, they call it Igbo, killing of Igbo people. But in actuality, when they are killing people, they don't ask you whether you are Igbo or you are Izo or you are Ibibio or you are Anang or you are Isoko or you are Urubu. They don't ask you whether you are Okuni. Once they see you, they know you. You know, in Biafra land, we are one and the same people. We dress alike, we talk alike, we think alike. We are totally cut off from the other peoples. We are different. It is only we amongst ourselves that are able to identify ourselves. We are the only ones that can separate ourselves. The enemies don't know us differently. They know us as one. So when they say Igbo people, if an Izon man commits a crime, they will say it is Igbo people. They will kill all Igbo people with all Izon people that they can lay their hands on, and with all Ogoni people, with all the people. They will not segregate. But when they want to divide you, they will say, no, you are not Igbo. But they want to kill you, they will say you are Igbo. We have enlightened our people a lot on this. It's only the foolish ones that still do not believe what we say or do not accept it. Not that they don't accept it, you know, because you cannot fight the truth. They know it is true, but they try to cover it up. The foolish ones. This is the reality. This is the reality. So when they kill Biafrans outside Biafra land, they call it Igbo. They don't call it Biafrans. Because where the map is, why they hate the name, why that name unites us, why they can never defeat us with that name, is because where the place stated in the map that is called the Bight of Biafra, it is around the coastlines of Biafra. So when you say Biafra and you want to say that the coastlines of Biafra is not Biafra, it can never make sense when all the details are put on table. And there is no how you can convince an Igbo man that is not Biafran. If not, they would have changed the table. They would have said, no, this side is Igbo, southeast is Igbo, and south is Biafra. But they cannot convince an Igbo man against the name Biafra. That's why the thing is difficult. That's why they hate the name. So instead, they want to eliminate the history and all the documents that suggest that the coast is Biafra. Then they will now begin to say that southeast is Biafra. That was where they were trying to go, but we killed it because we're smarter. We killed it. All those, they are rubbish. We killed it from beginning. We killed it. You can't define Biafra for us and define Biafra to be southeast. Not just Igbo land, because Igbo land is even beyond southeast. Igbo land, as in those speaking Igbo, are beyond southeast. So how can you define Igbo land by, you can't even define Igbo land by southeast. Not to talk about defining Biafra. There is southeast. Southeast comprise of, and in southeast, as the zoo puts it, it comprises of the states, designed states that are peculiarly for Igbo speaking Biafrans. 5 states peculiar just with Igbo speaking Biafrans, just as we have Bayelsa for Izo speaking Biafrans. Then there are other states that Igbo speaking Biafrans share with other Biafrans. So the Igbo land is not 5 southeast states, but now they want to limit it to 5 southeast states, and they now say that Igbo land is southeast and Biafra is Igbo land, so Biafra is southeast. So Biafra, that comprises of Igbo land, Izo land, Ibibio land, can now be limited to one small space called southeast. That is their plan. But and all these strategies are given to them by Britain. That was the reason Britain came up with that useless definition of Biafra land. They were the ones that defined Biafra land in that manner. It was because we called them out on this platform, on Radio Biafra. I called them out and I told them that it will not fly. That your southeast crap will not fly. That was the reason they put back their, what was it called? What was that thing that they even said that they wanted to give to us? Sorry, to Biafrans from southeast, because they said that is what they define as Biafra. So to them, those of us in the coast, which Nigeria calls South, we are not Biafra. So what I'm saying is that these people, they designed this thing, or they consciously say these things in their media platforms in order to program your mind in a particular way. Do not forget, our topic remains Odi Massacre. But I am taking you through a series of thoughts so that you understand what we're talking about. So when they massacre Biafrans outside Biafra land, they target Igbo, so that the rest of the Biafran people will think that they killed them by mistake. How can you kill a man by mistake? You carry your weapons, you go to him, go to his house, You know his name. Some of them that pointed those Biafrans, they know their name is Edet. And they did not make their research. Is Edet an Igbo man? They went to Edet's house and they killed him. And Edet is the people. And they said that they are killing Igbos. Can't you reason that when they say Igbo, they mean Biafra? They don't just want to call the name Biafra, so that you will not know that they want to kill you as well. Then, when they actually come to your communities, see, whenever, there was one article I wrote on Facebook recently, and I titled it, "When they see Ojukwu in you." Ojukwu is a symbol in the zoo. Ojukwu is a man. Ojukwu was a man because it's late now. Ojukwu was a man, but Ojukwu to the zoo is not just a man. Is a symbol. Is a symbol of freedom for the Biafran people, or agitation. Is a symbol for agitation for freedom of the Biafran people. What they saw with Ojukwu, they thought they have already lost grip. If not for the role played by Nnamdi Azikiwe and the other saboteurs, they would have lost grip of the control of Biafran people. So, whenever they see anybody that is dogged, anybody that is serious, anybody whose head is straight, that cannot be bought, what they see is Ojukwu. They see the spirit of Ojukwu. When they see the spirit of Ojukwu, they don't waste time. The zoo go all out wherever they find it in Biafra land. However you want to, whether you were working with them or now today you are now coming up to talk like Ojukwu or to behave like Ojukwu, they come for your head. While Isaac Toro, the Izoma, was busy fighting Ojukwu for them, we were busy seeing Ojukwu inside of him. So by the time he had already helped them to deliver his own land to their hand, they killed him. Why? They saw the kind of passion this man was fighting. He was fighting in ignorance, but he was fighting with so much passion. They say, hey, if this one knows the truth, he will use the same passion to fight us. They killed him before he will know the truth. They killed him before he will know the truth. What happened to Kensaro Weaver? When they killed Iziboro, it was Kensaro Weaver that they used to tell the lie that it was Biafran forces that killed Iziboro. Go and check the records. Kensaro Weaver was the one in Pony. He was the one that they used to tell the lie to the world that it was the Biafran soldiers that killed Iziboro. If not because of the struggle for resource control, whereby some of the people that fought side by side with Iziboro were able to tell the young men that are coming up and combating the zoo what Iziboro would have done. The young men that came up to fight to combat the zoo, strength for strength. It was the likes of Owonaro and others that fought side by side with Poro that saw that it was the Nigerian forces that killed Poro that told the people. That is why an average Izoma knows that it was Nigeria that killed Poro. But because many of them have taken bribe, their mouth will be shut. They won't want to talk. They will not want. They will be talking what Nigeria says. And Poro's death is a mystery. It's not a mystery. Nigeria killed him and said that it was Biafra that killed him. They said it was Biafra that killed him, so that our men that are fighting for Nigeria will not realize that they are being used. They will continue to fight for Nigeria, which is what happened. Media power. They said Biafrans killed him. Meanwhile, Biafran soldiers that were supposed to fight him heard his death and they were mourning. Many people do not know. You know, I am somebody that, by the special grace of God, Elohim has helped me to meet some people. And I have some people very, very close to me that knows these facts. Raw, they saw it. They are part of it. They are the story that we are telling. So when I come to Radio Biafra, or when I write on Facebook or write on other social media platforms, I do not do guesswork. Elohim prepared me for this day by giving me the actual information of things that happened. The Biafran soldiers, I know somebody, the Biafran soldiers that were supposed to confront Boro and the Nigerian forces that day. Because of the death of Boro, there was no war. Sorry, there was no battle for that day. As Boro was killed by Nigerian forces, both parties were weakened. The Boro men that were with him, they had to just start shooting sporadically and carry the body of Boro. The Biafran soldiers had to retreat back to base. There was no fight for that day. There was no fight. That particular day that Boro died, everybody went back home and mourned. Nigerian forces killed him, not Biafran forces. Biafran forces, though Boro was fighting them and killing them, they knew he was being deceived. In fact, what one of them told me, because he was among that team that was supposed to go and confront Boro. They were fighting with the hope that one day this man will know the truth and he will stand for his people, because they know that he was being deceived. You know, my intention wasn't to talk about Boro, it was to talk about Oti. But some people will be wondering, why am I really talking about Boro? I didn't intend to talk about Boro to this extent. Maybe just to touch a little about Boro. But Elohim is taking over. Boro's community is just side by side with Oti, where this massacre took place. Boro is from Kayama. That was why the Izon youth, they came together in 1998 and had Kayama Declaration. It was in honor of Boro. That was why they declared the will of the people to fight for their freedom, or rather to fight for their rights. Because what our people fought for, what the coastal people fought for, was a right. We're not really calling for a separate state. They were calling for a right in this resource that is in Biafra land. Let us have a right to this thing. Put up governmental structures that will protect our people, protect our land. But what did they do? For about 20 years, all they did was to fight and kill the people. And now the people are saying, we want Biafra. And you're saying that you cannot have it. You cannot have Biafra. You cannot eat your cake and have it. We have had time where we asked you, we said, okay, let us, we're not asking for a separate state. What we're asking for is a right within the state that you said is our own. You said we cannot have it. So why can't we have a separate state? You have given us no option. That is why we are standing behind Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and we will do that till the end of time. Because this is the only option. For those of you that think there's another option, no, this is the only option. We can only stand by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We can only have our freedom. We can only fight for what is ours and have our freedom our own way. That is it. That is the only thing that we can do now. So, OD, as I told you, is a town side by side with what is it called? With Kayama. What did you OD people do? Same thing, asking for the rights. It's just what happened in OD that made them to come and kill all OD people, which is what they are still doing in the hinterland now. Is the same, is similar thing that the unknown gunmen are doing. You know, the unknown gunmen are going after security forces, killing security forces. Unknown gunmen are not ESN. But when these people come, they look for innocent people and kill them and say that they are ESN. And say that the ESN is unknown gunmen. So they link everything together so that they will have justification to kill innocent people in Biafra land. That was the same thing that they did. Some people, whether they are from OD or they are not from OD, we do not know. See, today, after all the people that they killed in OD, they did not indict one person. They did not hold one person and say that this person is the person or is one of the people that killed police people in OD. I know why I am taking you through all this, so that you understand that what is going on now is the same thing that went on then. And this OD massacre must be spread all over the world. We must announce it. We must talk about it. And on that day, we must remember it in a grand style. We must remember the massacre in a grand style. Biafrans worldwide are mostly Izon Biafrans. We must remember the massacre in a grand style. Because what happened in the massacre is still happening to us till today, till tomorrow. It is happening to us everywhere. After OD, there are many other communities that they have leveled. We have lost count in mentioning names of his own communities. I'm not talking about outside his own land now. His own communities. When I say his own, it is Ijo. His own is the right pronunciation. Ijo is anglicized. Though in our native tongue, there is actually no difference between J and Z, because we don't really have J in our language. So when we try to pronounce it, we mix it up. Okay? So sometimes we pronounce Z to be J, we pronounce J to be Z. So, but the name is Izon. So, on his own territory, all over, there are countless places that they have massacred our people. Countless places. We have lost count. But they began this massacre in OT. I mean, as Nigeria, because you must know that Nigeria is Britain. Britain is Nigeria. Britain is just, Nigeria is just the company controlled by Britain. Because the first town that was leveled, in fact, the story is even fair compared to the town that was leveled. The first town that was leveled in his own land. As in, that town was one of the most populated towns in his own land. Adababri, yes, that's the name of the town. That is an Oyakri town. Is in the same clan like myself. Adababri. There are two Adababris. There's Adababri in another clan, another kingdom, and there's Adababri in Oyakri kingdom. Adababri is a town, is one of the towns in Oyakri kingdom, where I am from as well. Adababri was leveled. Till today, that town is a shadow of herself. It is only old people that know about history that knows that that town was a very large town. They killed almost everybody alive, living and non-living things, just to create fear amongst the people, so that nobody will be able to challenge them. Because the people in Adababri dared to challenge Britain, dared to challenge Niger, the Royal Niger Company. Do not forget, Britain was perpetrating all this evil with the Royal Niger Company. That same Niger that you all want to be a Niger Delta. Adababri was leveled by the Royal Niger Company. Today, Adababri is a shadow of herself. What is the main thing that after leveling the people, they went after the spirituality of Adababri, the Adababri and destroyed it. One of the sacred places in Oyakri Kingdom. One of the sacred temples. One of the sacred temples in Oyakri Kingdom. They leveled it. Why? Well, that's a story for another day. So, OG is the one that happened in recent times under the name Nigeria, or under the company of Nigeria. The other one was under the company of the Royal Niger Company, and the soldiers that were doing this work were British soldiers. Now they now have local soldiers that they have recruited, which is called the Nigerian Army. That is the army of the company of the company called Nigeria. If Nigeria were to be a true country, there is no army that will go after her own. No army, it is not done. Can you have the American army go to level a city in America? Can the American army go after Texas and say that they must level Texas? Is it something that anybody can think of? Can the British army go after a town in Britain and they level the town and kill innocent people because some people attacked some police officers? Is that something you can think of? Of course not. It is not done. It cannot happen. You commit a genocide because some people, if police officers are killed in Britain, the British police, they will do their investigations and everything, and they will be able to fish the killers out and take them to court, and those people will serve. Or if those people are exchanging fire, they will kill them. The killers, not the citizens. So, you that is an Izon man, you that is from OT, that is from Azakere, that is from Adababri, or from any other part of Izon land, if you are a Nigerian, will the Nigerian army come to your community to kill you? In my town in Odoni, people that were in the town told us how they were hearing the shelling, how they were hearing the bombs that were being thrown in Odi by Nigerian army. Nigerian army were throwing bombs in a town they call parts of their territory against the people they call their citizens. Old people died prematurely. They were wasted. Young people as well. The Nigerian army came to Odi and raped our mothers and our sisters. The Nigerian army, not the army of another country. So how can you prove to us that we are Nigerians? How are we Nigerians? How? If the Nigerian army that was meant to protect OT was the army that was used to destroy OT, do you know every house in OT were burnt? They burnt down every houses. I saw these ones myself with my eyes. Every house were burnt down. Every house were burnt down. You know, as at that time, there were no vehicles to Odoni, in my town. So when we want to go to Odi, we have to use the water. We want to go to Odoni, we have to go to Odi and get a speedboat that will take us to Odoni. Because my town also have a boundary with Odi. Though in another local government, but we are close. Odi is like at the edge of Kolokuma local government. Odoni is at the edge of Saboma local government. So we have boundaries, we are close. And we even have history of very close relationship. Odi and Odoni. And these things happened. People in my town, many people from Odi, they had to run out of Odi. The young men, the youths were the ones that were protecting their town. They fought against the Nigerian army. Young men, and many of them lost their lives protecting their town, protecting the innocent people in their town. And today, you will come and say that such people are Nigerians. Or you come and call yourself Niger Delta. Still that evil name. Are you not ashamed? Are you not conquered? We must prove to the world that we are not conquered, that we do not forget. And even when we are free, look at the Israelites. The Israelites are free people today. But the Israelites do not forget about the genocide of Israel perpetrated by Hitler. Till today, they have not forgotten about it. They still talk about it. They tell their children about it. But look at you now. Oh, did that just happened which day? 1999, just how many years ago? Many of you have forgotten about it because when you go to Odi, the people of Odi have built back their town. There are no traces that such a thing happened anymore, but you have forgotten the people that died just 3 years ago. You have forgotten the blood that was spilled in Odi. And now, Obasanjo is your best friend. The man that ordered the killing of people in your town. He's now your best friend. You have forgotten everything. Obasanjo can come to Odi. Obasanjo can come to Odi the way these other people are behaving. The way these IYC, INC, Obasanjo can come to Odi and have a meeting. The same town he wanted to exterminate. Obasanjo can come to Odi. Because all of you are foolish. You do not want the world to know and take what happened in Odi. Some of the things that have happened at other parts of the world that people keep talking about every day, they are nothing compared to the things that have happened to his own people. And some of them think that because they kill us, that some of us will not talk. No. People like me, you cannot shut me. You cannot shut us. We will keep on talking. The world must be aware. What these old people have suffered is more than what a lot of people have suffered in this world. We have suffered the most. Today, we are talking about Ogoni clean up, Ogoni clean up, Ogoni clean up. Nobody is talking about his own clean up. His own land, Ogoni land, is just in one state and a particular portion of the state. His own land is spread across 6 states. And in all of these states, there is no state where his own land is. In all of these states, all parts of his own land, crude oil spillage is going on. And nobody is talking about the cleanup. Nobody is talking about it. Ogoni cleanup is being talked about because of the work that Kensarawiwa did. But some of you is all people, all you are interested in is to look for an Igbo man to hit. Are you not cursed? Instead of you to talk about what is going on in your house. No, you don't want to talk about it. You want his nation because we are fighting for Biafra. And when nobody talks about it again, his own nation is dead. His own nation agitation is over. I told you people from the very beginning that I'm watching you. Who is talking about his own nation anymore? Nobody. His own nation. It is his own nation. Because when you came up with your evil Nigeria schemes, you didn't succeed. We killed it. Now you're coming and saying his own nation. His own nation. The next minute you are in Aso Rock, sitting down with the max wearer. His own nation. We know those that are serious. We know those that are serious. All over Biafra land, the only people serious are the people talking about Biafra. The people in Ipob. Those are the only people that are serious. Even though they are trying to penetrate Ipob now, trying to do lots of distraction and all of that. The only place where people are serious for true freedom is Ipob. Everybody that wants to restore Biafra are the only people that are serious. If you are there and you are thinking of any form of freedom and you are against Biafra, you are doomed. You cannot have it. But the only thing is, if I wasn't involved, if I was not involved, I would have told you that don't worry. You are going to see the destruction. Only you will see it. Because some of the things that we were telling you from time immemorial, you have seen it, you have seen them happen. That is the reason now some of you now accept that the zoo is not for you. Initially, you were challenging us, and Nigeria is okay. Nigeria is better. And you want to cause trouble. Now you have seen that Nigeria is not better. That Nigeria is not okay for you. Have you not seen it? Of course you have. You have seen it. But some of you don't just want to accept the truth. You don't just want to accept the reality. And you want to begin to come up and talk rubbish. OD, the people of OD were massacred. The weapons that were used to destroy OD, the kind of bombs, the kind of weapons that were used to destroy OD, are the kind of weapons that are used for international warfare, not for local. Get it straight. The weapons that were used to destroy OD, by right, the zone nation is supposed to take Nigeria to world courts for those weapons that were used. They are supposed to take Nigeria to court, and it is not that little money that Goodluck Jonathan gave to the people to share. Today they have forgotten about the massacre. That one is just how do I put it? It is not compensation. Goodluck Jonathan did that thing because he's an Izon man. It's not because the Izon nation did anything to make the Nigerian government to do something. Goodluck Jonathan gave you people money in OD. I want every OD man that is listening to me to hold his ear and rise up. The reason you got that money was because Goodluck Jonathan is an Izon man. You didn't make him do that. He did that because he's an Izon man. And he only did that, he only gave you that thing so that you can recover from your losses. even though what was given to you is not enough for you to recover from your losses. That doesn't mean that you do not have the right to still take Nigeria to court, to world court, for using weapons that are meant for international warfare, for a town within what you call your country is a war crime. That is high level of genocide. The question is, why did they use it? You know, these Nigerian soldiers can be very weak. The youths, because they came to destroy the youths saw that these people are coming to destroy our town, and they stood to defend their town. While some of them were standing and defending their town, the others were using all the boats that were, the speedboat, canoe. They even went as far as using bathtub to take people out of Odi, so that the reason you still have people in Odi today, people are alive in Odi, is because of what those young men did. And those young men stood and faced Nigerian soldiers. And Nigerian soldiers could not defeat them on one-on-one direct combat. Even with their number, they couldn't defeat them easily. They had to retreat and start using bombs and bombing Odi from distance. They started using bombs and they kept on burning the town. Oh, and an Izoma will be there when we are talking about freedom. An Izoma will be there. Will be one side defending Nigeria. Hey, God forbid. You're a curse. You are a curse. If you're an Izoma and you're defending anything in Nigeria, you are a curse. May your children and your children never know freedom. Hey, you're a curse. If you're an Izoma and you defend Nigeria on any platform you stand to defend Nigeria against the freedom of your people, you are a curse. And that curse will eliminate you and your generation. When some of us talk, all you want to do is to report on social media, report. You're a curse. You're a curse. And that curse will be eliminated from our land. You know, we're not fighting this battle by our physical strength. If you look for us in strength, you will fail. You will not find us. We are not fighting this battle by our strength. The spirit of freedom is fighting for us. Because the time has come for our people to be free. The time has come for our people to be free. On the 20th of November 1999, that was when that was when Obasanjo gave the order and the Nigerian forces attacked Oti. The Nigerian forces attacked Oti on the 20th of November. You needed to see, I wish I took pictures. I wish I took pictures. And I wish I still had those pictures. Maybe I would have spread those pictures on social media so that people will know how destroyed it was. Today, we are talking about the massacres. Okay, the massacre in Iguacha. Okay, by the Nigerian army and all of that at Tobigo. We talk about different massacres. You know, in all of these ones that we see, most of these massacres were human lives. They touched properties, but not much. In OD, you know, like if you go to Obigo now, Because you know when human beings are killed, you may not see the traces, they will bury them. So if you go to people, you may not see what they did, except you were there when the massacre was going on. Then you will know the gravity of it. But in OD, 2 years after the massacre, you go to OD, you will still see the traces of the massacre. Because there were still houses that were not rebuilt. I went to OD a few months after the massacre. Actually, I was going to my village because then we'll have to pass through OD to get to my village. That was the next year, the year 2000. I went to my community. I saw it for myself. I'm not telling you something I did not see. The only building that was spared in OT was First Bank. As large as that town, it was only First Bank. And maybe one other government, okay, I think one government school. Those were the things that were spared. Those were the only buildings. Every other building was burnt to the ground. Every building was burnt to the ground. Today you are seeing unknown gunmen attacking police stations and burning them down. In OD, every building, Nigerian government gave order, Nigerian president Obasanjo gave order, Nigerian army went to OD. They burnt down every building, killed everybody that they could see, raped every woman they could see. They did not spare the old, neither did they spare the young. The people that survived and those that escaped. OD was a ghost town. After the army finished what they did, OD was a ghost town. Nobody that remained in OD survived. The ones that survived are the ones that escaped from OD. Even the men that were fighting them, there were some that because of their parents and their loved ones in the town, they had to stand and continue fighting the Nigerian army. Even though, in every battle, when you know that the opposing forces have overpowered you, you escape. They could have escaped. Some of them died so that people that are escaping will be able to escape. Because once you begin to run, the advancement will be faster. Because they can throw all their bombs, but groundwork is what takes over the place. So the people were coming on ground and they were combating them on ground, delaying them so that people can escape. That is the reason people survived in OT. That is the reason people survived in OT. If not, some of you would have lost all your relatives. Some of you that are from OT or that have relatives. That is the reason people survived in OT. If not, some of you would have lost all your relatives. Some of you that are from OT or that have relatives.
Mutti presenta
many things is happening. So many plans has been hatched. Secret meeting is going on, all to destroy what we are looking for. Some people are so stupid. Some people are so selfish. That is exactly what it is. Some people are so selfish. What shall it profit you? What shall it profit you to get? How much is it? I don't know. 50,000 and lose your own freedom. How can it profit you after you get all this money and you cannot get your freedom? Unbelievable. We must think. We must learn how to think and ask questions. They are pushing to move DOS out of the way and take over. They are pushing to push them aside so that they can take over and destroy what we are doing. Biafra, do not let them. Do not give ear to what they are saying, because they come to destroy. They pretend that they are the good people, but inside they come to destroy. Since all of these things is going on, my question is to those of them that is doing all of these things, it is a question that I am waiting to get answer to. Apart from discussing money this, money that, money this, what have you done in the direction to make our leader out from the jail? Yes, they will say to me, yes, they are calling for protests. Of course. They will say they are speaking out so that people will know. Yes. But all of those things are not what we are supposed to be doing right now. We are supposed to be discussing for the release of our leader, Mazi Kanu. The reason why we are not discussing that is because you have put everything that you want to do in forefront, and everybody is chasing that thing that you put up. The lies, the propaganda, everything that you've put in forefront, they are chasing it. Apart from that you put in forefront, what have you done to get our leader out? It is a question that you must answer to. If you say that you are, what did they say? If you say that you are a disciple, you must answer this question. What have you done to make sure our leader is out? I'm sure you are not the only one. What have you and your group, your gang done? Tell me what you and your group have done to make sure our leader is out. You and your group, the same DOS that you're castigating, they are the same DOS doing the work. They are the same DOS doing the needful. Our leader have done everything that he need to do. Our leader has opened subconsciousness people. Our leader has opened our eyes for us to see through the lies that they are lying to us. For the fact that our leader has done all the job. Now you are out. You have capitalized on that because our leader is in the hands of our enemy. You capitalize on what our leader has done. And you stand there, you audition order. Well, I'm not against you dishing order. But what I say to you is, very, very important that you understand me. And one thing you also must understand is, what I'm saying this morning is not about me. This is what I want to say to you. And it is very, very important that you take it in. It is going to help you. That thing that's sweet, and you keep on eating it all the time. It sweets you and you eat. Every time you keep on eating. One day, on ebu. When it will catch you, when you never thought it's going to come, that is exactly when it's going to come at you. That thing that's sweet, that is exactly what I want to say to you. It is a piece of advice. If you like, take it. The time shall come. The same way they are gingering you up, the same way they are pushing you up, the same way they are doing, they will be the one to sink you when the time comes. Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, lovers of freedom, wherever we may be, wherever we are, wherever you are listening from, our leader is the one who opened up our eyes. Our leader is one who make us know what we know today. Our leader is the one who taught us through this radio called Radio Biafra. He is the one that wake us all up from slumber. When we don't even know what is happening. He is the one that came out every day, every night.